All right, what's up, gamers? We are back with more casual gaming news stuff. We missed a week. It's fine. But we have a lot to go over. I'm gonna try to go through it as quickly as possible. I was very picky. Luckily, last week wasn't too crazy with news. There was only like a handful of stuff for the whole week. So this week was a little bit more. But I was a little bit more picky, just to save time. So we got, a couple topics, a couple of the bigger ones. Shadow of the Erdtree was released. Obviously more studio layoffs. There was Capcom Next that happened a couple days ago. They announced a few things. And a certain YouTube streamer is no longer a YouTube streamer. So we'll go over most of that. Then we'll probably do that one last, because I think probably the biggest story. And then maybe we'll do Shadow of the Erdtree second to last. We'll do all the shorter stuff first. Starting off with, let's go with some updates here. Yeah, updates to Concord. There were some Concord updates that happened. Let's open this hyperlink right here. Let's open this hyperlink right here and see how this is going. So we have some updates to Concord. We've got this article by Jordan Midler in VGC. Looks like there's gonna be no pay to win microtransaction stuff. It's gonna be all cosmetics to Concord. This is I think the 5v5 hero shooter that PlayStation's trying to release soon. It's gonna be, I think, $40. I think it comes out in August. Yeah, $40 right here. August 23rd is when it comes out. So look out for that. It's gonna be $40. There's gonna be, I think, 16 characters, 12 maps, 6 modes on release. That's all included when you buy the game. And seasonally, we're providing new maps, new modes, and new characters alongside their unfolding story. So this is the one I think they're doing the story cinematics every week or something like that. This is the director of IP, Kim Crines, talking. There are purely cosmetic pieces that you can choose to further customize the look of your character that you can choose to purchase. Those do not affect gameplay. We believe so strongly that the full experience should be available to all of our players. That's pretty cool, right? Not like some of these other games where they have cars that you can't tag enemies from because they're built different. We watched the trailer a while ago. We'll see if we jump in. Again, we got a little over a month before this comes out. There is going to be an open beta July 12th to the 14th, but for only early access people that pre-ordered the game. And then there's going to be, I think a second beta. Yeah, a second beta July 18th to the 21st, available for everyone. And I think if you pre-order it, you get 4 extra codes. Let me double check this. Yeah, those pre-order will also receive 4 additional codes for the beta early access to share with friends. So you can get a full squad going. One person pre-orders, everyone else gets the codes. Updates to Concord, again, pretty cool. Next one up is going to be about a Bethesda studio in Montreal. They're trying to unionize, which is great, especially in times like these in the gaming industry, specifically where everyone's closing their studios. This is from Taylor Lyle's IGN based. So it's a Canada-based company. They're filing for certification. Well, they announced they were filing for certification because there was a ZeniMax studio that has been unionized. Okay, so Bethesda Games Montreal is not the only ZeniMax media studio that has been unionized. In late 2022, roughly 300 quality assurance workers employed at ZeniMax announced it was forming a union with the CWA. Again, they announced their intention to get certified. I don't know if there's any follow-up to this yet. We'll go through the articles and stuff like that because I still need to. I didn't have time, so I gotta briefly go through today's stuff if anything came out today. But that's pretty cool. This is gonna be very good. More people already employed in studios should do this as quickly as possible because it's only getting worse and worse from here on out with these layoffs and closures and stuff like that. Speaking of layoffs and closures, so this is Bethesda Montreal, Ubisoft Toronto, this is PC Gamer, this is Andy Chalk. So much Canada. Yeah, there are a lot of game developers in Canada specifically because they get like tax breaks and stuff, and they get like some studios are like actually get bonuses from the government to have their studios in Canada. So these companies do save a lot of money by having studios. That's why there's not, it feels like there's more studios in Canada than there is in the US, but like it's way less expensive to make a game in Canada than it is in the US for basically the same quality of service. Ubisoft Toronto is laying off employees less than a month after starting work on the Sands of Time remake. 33 employees to quote, ensure it can deliver on its ambitious roadmap. Who said that? This is a company representative. It doesn't say who specifically. But 33 employees affected. Studio was working on Sands of Times as well. They were also working on the Splinter Cell remake, I believe, if my notes are correct. I'm not 100. There it is. Yeah, standing alongside the seemingly also struggling Splinter Cell remake. Our plan remains unchanged, and our teams are working to deliver on the Splinter Cell remake and other projects at the studio. Great. Another story about layoffs. Speaking of another story about layoffs, Surgent Studios, kind of a newer game developer. This is from Game Developer. Where is the article author on this website? Is it at the bottom? I don't know where it says here. I apologize. I don't know where to find it on this website. Anyway, but there's a link. So it's the Tales of Kinzara developer. I think this is like their first game that they worked on. They have over a dozen employees affected, and this game just came out like a few months ago. Confirmed layoffs over a dozen of its staff in a statement acknowledged the industry's difficult time and said it prioritizing helping those affected by the reduction. So the head of the studio says, I'm so proud of what the team has achieved over the course of these 4 years. So to be delivering this news today really sucks. I know we're not alone here, but that doesn't make it easier. A smaller studio. The studio was founded and built as a transmedia studio with a pioneering philosophy to storytelling across film, television, games, and emerging platforms. The company has previously worked on films including Wild Goat Surf, Essex Girls, and Measure. This was the first game that they were publishing. People really like this game. I haven't played it yet, but I've only heard good things about this game. It's unfortunate again that they've had, even if it's only quote unquote only a dozen people, that's still a lot of people to be laid off. So that's again very unfortunate. Ubisoft CEO is confirming, even though, you know, Ubisoft is letting people go. Obviously, it might not be the same exact studio. This is VGC Chris Scullion. Confirmed that there are several Assassin's Creed remakes in the works, or at least planned to be in the works. I don't think they've ever done remakes before. They've done remasters. I also don't think he was specific. Ubisoft CEO, like the top person. Players can be excited about some remakes, which will allow us to revisit some of the games we've created in the past and modernize them. There are worlds in some of our older Assassin's Creed games that are still extremely rich. Plenty of experience to variety. Also good things to come, including Assassin's Creed Hex, which we've announced and is going to be a very difficult game from Assassin's Creed Shadows. So a lot of stuff. Rumors that they started a remake of Black Flag, but I think it says, yeah, remastered Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and Revelations. And the Ezio collection. Those are all remasters or re-releases. No remakes before. So we'll see. I would hope they do at least the main games, like 1, 2, 3, and 4 as remakes would be sick. Especially 1. Like if they could fully remake 1, because 1 has like it's a game of its time. It's very much a game of its time. It definitely needs a refresh if they want. And I don't even know if I'd play it. Because again, I don't have time. Assassin's Creed games too big. They're too big. Very, very much too big. Nintendo's trying to sue people that have made modded hardware and a piracy Reddit thread or something. Nintendo has sued a Switch mod chip seller and the moderator of popular Switch piracy Reddit page. Let's grab this one. This is Chris Scullion VGC. A modded hardware company that was just as it says, making modded hardware. Obviously Nintendo doesn't like that. And then the Reddit forum mod or whatever was like apparently like bragging around like, oh, I'm not giving Nintendo any money. Oh, that you just do this. Here, take this file or whatever. Just giving out advice and how-tos and how to basically pirate all the Nintendo stuff. You know how they are about that. They don't like it. Well, I don't think there's any official things yet. Defendant became a leading, if not the primary moderator of the Twitch Pirates Reddit community, which helps grow to nearly 190,000 members, Nintendo's complaint says. Posted thousands of comments and messages to the Switch Pirates Reddit group, included by example messaging direct users to the pirate shops, offering technical advice and encouragement. how to download and install circumvention software, how to play pirated copies of Switch games. So they're in trouble. They're going to get found. Nintendo will hunt them down until the end of their days. Kids company, by the way. Steam released some pretty cool metrics about co-op games. So more co-op games were released on Steam last year than any other year, which kind of makes sense. So there is, the source is from VG Insights. I'll also link the stories from Chris Scullion, but the source is from this site here with the metrics. So we got number of co-op games released by Steam by year. 383 2018, 388 2019, 647. So that's a big jump, right? I wonder what happened between 2019, 2020 and 2021. Big jump, almost double. 647, 650, another smaller jump, 700, and then 799. The amount of co-op games released is getting bigger. And what's also insane about that is I think it says, what does it say? Helldivers and Palworld consist of 76% of total co-op games sold in the last year. It says it in here somewhere. Blaze number is clearly skewed by the success of Palworld and Helldivers 2, which combined total count 75% of co-op games sold so far this year. But also notes that even among smaller indie games, co-op titles tend to sell better. 75% of all co-op games sold were Palworld and Helldivers 2. 2024 is set to buck the trend with nearly half of all Steam games sold so far, 46% featuring co-op element. The report finds that even though many players turned to co-op games in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, co-op games continue to make up a large percentage of total games sold on Steam last year. Of all the games sold on Steam, 36% were co-op games. So 36%, so a little bit more than a third of all Steam games sold were co-op games. I guess, I mean, it makes sense, right? The big jump because of COVID, right? And then also, right, it takes a couple years to make a game. So then studios are saying, hey, all these co-op games are now selling. Let's start working on co-op games at the time that they're becoming more popular, the pandemic. And now is when they're all getting released and everything. So that's pretty cool. I like that. There's more stats in this whole, there's a lot more stats, but you know, you guys have the link. You can look at those stats. They're pretty cool. I like that a lot. More co-op. We need more co-op. Speaking of co-op, this has nothing to do with co-op. Warhammer Space Marine 2, the open beta has been canceled. Anyone looking forward to Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, the beta has officially been canceled. Tom Ivan VGC. The reasoning was, I believe they want to just focus on the full release coming later this year on September. Yeah, we are now entirely focused on optimization, polishing, and fixing remaining issues ahead of the launch in September 9th. This is a public statement on Steam. Apparently, if you pre-ordered, what does it say? If you pre-ordered if you signed up for the open beta, guess what? You get a cool pistol skin to make up for it. Great. It's just wild how there are so many games, really, like we were just talking about Concord having 2 betas coming forward. There was Marvel Rivals, right, with their betas. Why can't they do it for this one? What's so different about this one that they just physically like, oh, we need to focus on actually releasing the game? I think it's gonna get delayed, but we won't know, obviously. He says too many betas, just release the game. Then don't announce a beta. Like, don't even do one. The thing is, they announced a beta. They were like, hey, we're going to do a beta. Sign up here for the beta. And then they canceled it. Wild. Let's go the opposite of being canceled. Xbox is bringing Game Pass Ultimate cloud streaming to Amazon Fire TV devices. So, like we've been saying, and like a lot of people in the industry have been saying, Xbox is moving more towards being a cloud streaming service where you can put the app on everything. You can already do it on the handhelds. You could do it on your phone. So now you can put it directly on your Fire TV. I think all you need is a generic Bluetooth controller, if I remember correctly. You download the app and use any Bluetooth controller to play a game. And obviously you need an Ultimate account. This is from the official Xbox Wire blog, was where the original story came from. So this right here, Xbox games coming to Amazon Fire. Play more games. No console needed. Look, you could put it on your TV. Simply launch, install the app, sign in, create an account if you don't have an account. Connect a Bluetooth controller. They even say that you can use PlayStation because they're Bluetooth. So everything that you have now is going to be Xbox Game Pass compatible. Huzzah! Let's go next to the other thing with Xbox was The other thing with Xbox was Darkest Dungeon 2 is finally coming to Xbox. Well, finally announced to be coming to Xbox. I think it was already announced for like PlayStation. It's not technically out yet, I don't think. Tom Ivan, BGC. Draco loves this game. This is one of Draco's favorite games. Darkest Dungeon 2. I played a little bit of it. Coming out July 15th, so like in a week or so. So it got the full PC release. It was originally slated for PlayStation and Switch, but now it's official for the Xbox, $40. It's a very hard turn-based RPG. It's very hard, but it's fun. Critically acclaimed. To do early access 2021 before seeing a full release in May 2023. So hey, pick up Darkest Dungeon 2 if you haven't already. Maybe even on the console. $40. That's pretty cool. We've got some news about more Game Pass stuff. We've got the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy coming to Game Pass. That's actually super exciting. I will download this as soon as it's available, as well as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and Spyro Reignited Trilogy are also joining. This is coming from not an Xbox source directly. It's from like a forum account. This account right here, who apparently has a strong track record of revealing upcoming Game Pass titles ahead of their official confirmation. The leaker says Insane Trilogy, Pro Skater 1 and 2, Spyro Reignited, that they're all coming very soon. It'd be really cool if it does. I'll play it. I like Crash. I also like Spyro. I haven't played it. I didn't play as much Spyro as I did Crash, but hell yeah. Tom Ivan VGC. Guys, we're flying. We're making some really good time here, but we also have the big stories to go over. We've got some news about the Crazy Taxi reboot. I don't remember how much of this was like in the Capcom Next. Got some straggler notes just flying around. I have one section for the Capcom Next, but then I don't know what's been, if anything, that if I mentioned anything that was in the next thing. Crazy Taxi Reboot is a massively multiplayer driving game. They've been working on this for forever, I feel like. And it's just Crazy Taxi. It's going to take place large West Coast US city, major online title they're looking for. This is Andy Robinson. Established December 2021 for Sega Sapporo Studio. This is confirmed via a recruitment video published in Japanese producer Kenji Kano, who was the director of the original Crazy Taxi game, other members of the development team. They got job listings. So they're trying to make a big MMO Crazy Taxi. Let's see if we can play this, a little bit of this. It's 7 minutes. We're not going to watch 7 minutes of it. Kids working on games. Kids working on cool games. That looks like the dude from the Godzilla movie. It's a 7 minute 48-second recruitment video. It's pretty sick. But if you were wondering about, hey, what's going on with Crazy Taxi? Now you know. This is the latest. We'll do Capcom, then we'll do Shadow the Erdtree, then we'll do Dr. Creeper. Because Capcom Next wasn't very long. It was like a 30-minute presentation. Let's start with a bunch of stuff that came out regarding Capcom stuff. They acquired animation production company Minimum Studios as a subsidiary. I don't think they've got full ownership over it. I think they just have majority ownership. This is Chris Scully in VGC. Yeah, majority ownership. They work on in-game and cutscene animations for the most part. So I guess they've done such a good job. Like that studio, I forget which studio. It's a studio that Nintendo acquired that does ports, so they can basically work in-house. They've worked on Resident Evil, I think 7 they've worked on, and Dragon's Dogma 2. I think it may have been Resident Evil 2 remake. It's literally the other two, Village and 4 remake they worked on, and Dragon's Dogma 2. They worked on those in-game and cutscene animations. Pretty cool. We like more people getting jobs, but hopefully this doesn't mean people losing jobs, because it's not a full acquisition, just majority ownership. Hopefully this doesn't go downhill, right? Some more Resident Evil stuff. The director of Resident Evil 7 is going to be directing Resident Evil 9. It's tentatively set for early next year, Resident Evil 9. So they've confirmed that they're working on it and that this guy's going to direct it. What is his name? Koshi Nakanishi will be directing. It was difficult to figure out what to do after Resident Evil 7. This is from the director himself. To be honest, it feels substantial. I can't share in details yet, but I hope you're excited for the day I can. So it's not even officially revealed by Capcom. So this guy just said it during the Capcom Next presentation. So I guess that's an official reveal, right? So that's cool. Should be a cool vibe. So it looks like they're going for if it's going to be similar to 7, a more like intimate vibe, I would say, compared to 8. 8 was a pretty big step. I mean, I guess after you got through, like, the castle was the best part of that game for sure. Everything else was a little bit grandiose compared to the first game. We've got the Resident Evil 7, I think, has been released for iOS. Yeah, 7 has been, I don't have the link for this, but I think it's just in the Capcom Next stuff. But Resident Evil 7 has been released for iOS, the same as, I think, 2 Remake. I think there was something about some performance issues 3 weeks ago. Oh, perfect. This was the next one I was going to go to. Let's link this one. Jordan Midler, VGC. And then we've got Chris Scully VGC. So we've got the original ports, the original PC ports, not any remasters or remakes or even consoles. This is the original 1997 PC ports of Resident Evil Original is now on GOG with 2 and 3 coming soon. And you can, I think, pre-order the bundle, which is awesome. What was it, $9? $10, it says. Where is my notes for this one? Is over here, I think. There it is. So Resident Evil 1 is available. Trilogy bundle supports for... Oh, you can also support modern controllers, which is sick. So if you like getting games on GOG, I think I have one game, and it's Alan Wake that I have on GOG. You can get the original ports of 1, 2, and 3. Why? I don't know, but maybe you like it. And if you like it, you should get it. That's all I have to say about that. You can get all 3 for 25 bucks. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. The big news is, are we at the big Capcom? Yeah, the biggest Capcom Next news that came out was the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, which is basically a remake, but they called it a remaster, but it's for sure a remake because we're gonna watch this trailer because it's so good. I'm so excited for this. I think we streamed it at some point forever ago, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again, gamers.
Say, buddy, you mentioned something about research for a story. Frank West.
Frank West.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
Doctor.
What? Did you just say zombies?
Look at everything. Look at the skin. Look at the lighting. Look at the blood. I'm so excited for this. You have no idea. This game is so good. Before, after. Look at the difference. Look at the puppy. Look, it's got hair. Look at the light. Look at the dynamic lighting. Action. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. I cannot wait for this. That's his store. The clown is so nuts. I mean, they're all nuts, but the clown is extra nuts. Hell yeah. September, gamers. Let's effing go. I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna pre-order, but I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be sick. I'm so excited for that. But, unfortunately, another story to come out of this. The original voice actor will not be returning to play Frank. This is Chris Scully in VGC, so this is lame. But I think all of the cutscenes, I think they've re-dialogued everything, and there's gonna be more dialogue than there was. But unfortunately, he just said he wasn't asked, and it's a little bit more diabolical than that. It was like a screenshot from like a DM that somebody was talking to him about. Yeah, basically he said that what is the where is Terrence J. Rotolo, TJ Rotolo, said that he was just not contacted about it, and the suspicion is that it's because he's a union voice actor, and the suspicion is that because allegedly Capcom has biases against union voice actors, because if you remember, the original voice actress for Claire Redfield in Resident Evil was replaced for the remake, for 2 Remake. Allison Court, she was in every single Resident Evil that involved Claire except for 2 Remake. And when she was specifically told that they were going with a non-union voice actor, which is why she was not back for the remake. So, womp womp. That's unfortunate. Capcom, just get effed. Why you gotta be dicks? I think we're done with all the tertiary stories. So let's talk about the shadow of the Erdtree release, Elden Ring. Heck yeah, that's what we'll talk about, kind of stuff. Oh, wait, I almost missed one. Hold on, I lied. I missed one. The Gayming Awards. Let's go over the winners from the Gayming Awards, gamers. But it's the Gayming Awards. This is IGN. So, these were streamed last week. I forget where, but I missed it, unfortunately. So, 2024 winners. Let's go over it quickly. Let's go from the bottom. LGBTQ Geek Entertainment Moment of the Year. A scene from Legend of Vox Machina, Scott Pilgrim, Nimona, Harlequin, Doctor Who, and the winner was Last of Us. A long time. I believe that's probably the Bill story, or the Bill episode. LGBTQ plus streamer Rising Star Class of 2024. So this is the Rising Star Class of streamers. Best LGBTQ contribution to esports: Slaypex, Cora Kennedy, Bethany Piles, Bailey McCann, and the winner was Emma MZ Rose. Streamer of the Year award, LGBTQ plus. The winner was Spring Sims. Indie Game Award, This Bed We Made, Chia, Stray Gods, In Stars in Time, Coral Island, Thirsty Suitors. That makes sense. Thirsty Suitors won. Best LGBTQ plus character: Chia from Chia, Jala from Thirsty Suitors, Dion from Final Fantasy, Dane from Baldur's Gate 3, Aloy from Horizon, and Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. So Shadowheart won, of course. Everyone loves Shadowheart. Authentic Representation Award: This Bed We Made, The Expanse, a Telltale game, Sims 4, Coral Island, Baldur's Gate 3. Winner was Thirsty Suitors. Heck yeah. Industry Diversity Award: Women in Games International, Roll 7, Quirty Gamers, Larian Studios, Humble Games, Latinx Gaming. Nice. Gaming Icon went to Jeremy Crawford, Wizard of the Coast. Gaming Magazine Readers Award: This Bed We Made, Chia, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Goodbye Volcano High, Final Fantasy 16. Winner was Baldur's Gate 3. And Game of the Year was also Baldur's Gate 3. Beat out Final Fantasy, Zelda, Thirsty Suitors, Spider-Man 2, Stray Guys. It's so cool seeing like Thirsty Suitors in there, as well as like Stray Gods with Spider-Man 2, Zelda, Final Fantasy, and Baldur's Gate. Of course, Baldur's Gate won. The Baldur's Gate won. That's like no contest. But hell yeah, you guys can check out the winners in the link that I've linked in the chat. All right, now we can for real go over the Shadow of the Erdtree stuff. Let's go with how the game, or the expansion / DLC, was review bombed in the beginning because everyone says it's too hard. They said the game was too hard. Guys, they said the From Software Elden Ring DLC was too hard. It was too hard for them, so it got review bombed. So at the time when it was just released, it's different now. There was a little over 24,000 reviews. Almost 12,000 were negative. So about a little less than half were negative. So almost half the original reviews were negative. Some saying poor performance. More reviews complaining about difficulty. This is Jordan Midler VGC, by the way. Let me copy paste this. So basically the new scattered tree fragment system, it's meant to prevent high level characters from being too OP at the rip. So you have to find these specific items, the scatter tree fragments, so that you can boost yourself for like damage, negation, and attack. And there's like a limited amount or something. They need to get good. They need to buck up and get good. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I beat the first boss by myself, first try. It was harder when me and Jay were doing it together. Wild. But, expanding from this, the director said, Miyazaki, the director said, lowering the difficulty will break the game itself. And he's not a fan of doing that. If we really wanted the whole world to play the game, we could just crank the difficulty down more and more, but that wasn't the right approach. Had we taken that approach, I don't think the game would would have done when it did, because the sense of achievement that the players get from overcoming these hurdles is such a fundamental part of the experience. Turning down difficulty would strip the game of that joy, which in my eyes would break the game itself. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so proud of the director of Elden Ring to say that, to say we're not making the game easy because it's not supposed to be easy. So take that, gamers. But then they folded and then they adjusted the difficulty. Then the studio folded and they put out a patch about, I think, a few days ago, that basically what it did, it didn't like just lower the difficulty, it adjusted the scaling for the items that you had to get. So for the first half of those items that you pick up, the attack and damage negation was buffed, and it's like buffed even more, and then it's a little bit more gradual. Like it basically spikes and then like levels off, and then levels off even more as you get more and more of them. It specifically says attack and damage negation has been increased for the first half of the maximum amount of blessing enchantments. The second half will now be more gradual. The attack and damage negation granted by the final level of blessing enchantments has been slightly increased. So it's a little bit more of a drastic curve in the beginning, and then the leveling off as you go on. Ugh. Now we're gonna, I beat the game when it was really hard. You're gonna hear those people now. And if it wasn't for me trying to stream it with my friends, I probably would have beaten it before the patch. Whatever. But theoretically, co-op mode is supposed to scale so much that you're still getting one tapped no matter what. Like your summons' friends are getting one tapped. So that's perfect. This was Tom Ivan VGC, by the way. But on the bright side, the expansion itself has sold 5 million copies in like the first few days. It doesn't say how many days. I think it was like 4 days or something. 5 million copies. It's Chris Scullion. So that's a lot for just DLC. That is a lot. And they also did address some of the performance issues. They were saying it's possible that some like third-party like mouse performance or mouse software can mess with it. And the PC version of Elden Ring, the frame rate might not be stable when playing the game while running a mouse control related app. So if you have a third-party mouse control system, it might not be helping you, but also that seems like so specific to the amount of people that's saying their performance was weird. I don't know. It's just, if anyone's having that, I put that in case anyone's having that issue. Maybe it's your mouse software. This is Chris Scully in VGC, by the way. I believe that's it for Erdtree stuff. I can't wait to fucking jump back in. I'm so excited for that game. Let's talk about a now former YouTube streamer / former Twitch streamer, Dr. Disrespect. You all probably know him. If you didn't before, you probably do now, for him being a little creepo on on Twitch forever ago. So if any of you remember this guy with the glasses and the mustache and the hair and the vest, this guy turned out to be a piece of shit. What a surprise. What a surprise. What a surprise. So was it 4 or 5 years ago now? He was banned on Twitch out of nowhere. Nobody knew why. Nobody was saying why for years. He just ended a stream on Twitch and then he was banned. This is Andy Robinson, VGC. Nobody knew. Everyone wanted to know. Nobody knew. Everything was so vague. He said he was like suing Twitch. They said they came to an agreement and they paid out his contract or whatever. Then ended up moving to YouTube, where everyone had assumed at the time, a lot of people assumed that it was because he was getting a secret deal, like contract with Kick or something, that they were trying to poach him. But it turns out, because former Twitch employees came out recently and said he was whispering very, very inappropriate things to a minor via Twitch whispers. So it was confirmed by multiple Twitch employees that that's what got him banned in the first place. And so this just went into a spiral last week, and it was riveting. It was so riveting. So they finally came out why he was banned off Twitch. He was whispering to minors. It was also like confirmed, like there was no oh, I don't know this person's age. According to what they're saying, in the messages that they've seen, there was no question. There was no question at all that this person was a minor, and he did not care. So we're going in order of how the story developed, basically. So he's at the time, he denied the accusations following his latest live stream, suggest he could take a break from streaming. So he did something similar at the time where he was like being all like secretive and being like, oh, maybe I'll take a break from streaming soon. Maybe I'll like go on an extended vacation or some fucking bullshit. And then ended up he got banned on Twitch, and then he did the same thing as he was like the news were breaking on his phone. And as he was like about to hear about it, and it was so bad. Like it's so, like there's just so little room for innocence. Like they got him. The fact that his own studio that he founded, basically dropped him. Midnight Society on Friday evening. Hold on, let's get the whole thing going. The whole statement. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, I'm gonna say Guy Beam, Dr. Creepo. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. What a name. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed, along with our community of players. From the studio that he founded. I love it. Hell yeah. And Twitch never publicly said why he was banned. He got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read it in plain text. Case closed, gang. And it was confirmed by a couple other Twitch former employees. This was the original tweet that this dude put out before that fated Monday stream. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. Listen, this is what he, guys, this is what he said. This is what he said. This is what he said. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring on Monday. He didn't do anything wrong, but his studio dropped him. Also, I think he put it as in he parted ways with the studio when they just kicked him out. They 100% just kicked him out. And I think he was getting the news live on stream, and that's when he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a vacation or some bullshit. Oh yeah, see, at the conclusion of the 3-hour stream, the streamer hinted that he consumed it. I think we need to step away. And when I say step away, I think I'm gonna have to relay this to Midnight Society, but maybe I step away from there too and just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do. It may be time to drive into the sunset. He knew what was about to blow. He knew it was about to blow up in his fucking face. And then guess what? Everyone else started dropping him too. Turtle Beach also dropped him. Fuck yes. They were like asked about it. And they just said, we will not be continuing our partnership. Easy. Subway dropped him too. Subway dropped him. Exactly. Just dropped left and right. I don't think he's been anywhere since. And then also his YouTube channel got demonetized. His YouTube, I might start eating some Subways now. Crazy that happened to Subway twice. Yes. It's from Kotaku. His channel got demonetized. Just straight demonetized. Ethan Gotch. I don't know how, I apologize. Don't know how to pronounce that last name. But he's demonetized now. He's not making money from sponsors from YouTube. We have suspended monetization of Dr. Disrespect's channel for violating our creator responsibility policy. Hell yeah. Fuck him. Fuck him and anyone who defended him. I'm talking to you, Nick Merckx, you fuck. And then, don't forget, then he put out another response suspicious that he didn't mention any of this the first time. This one was long. We're gonna read it. It was also edited like 4 times or something apparently. But hey, it's still here. A lot of these replies are fuck. If you want to read along or whatever, the replies at the bottom of this are nuts. So he'd like to make a quick. Hey guys, this is his quick statement. This is his quick statement, gamers. Look at this wall of fucking text. The Twitch ban, quick statement. Oh, there's no filter, blah blah blah. That's me. I'm gonna be the responsible one. Apologizes to the community and his studio, talking about stuff being left in the dark about the Twitch ban. Everyone's wanting to know why. He's gonna tell, guys, he's gonna tell his side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. He said it. He said yes. He said he did it. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. How do we know? How were we just supposed to believe that? Guys, he said he wasn't gonna do anything. The other guy said he was trying to meet up with them. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Guys, they were just slightly inappropriate. It's fine. It's totally fine. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. Never even met them. He went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear. It was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. So it's fine. It makes it okay. He says he's going to take responsibility for it, and that it was dumb. You're a grown man with a family. You're a grown man with a family. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Grown Man with a family? Don't get it mistaken though. He's seen all the labels getting thrown. Hey, guys, do you think Kendrick is busy? Do you think he's busy right now? You think he's got time? You think he's got a little bit of time to do a quick recording? Hold on. He's no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things. With those types of people, fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here. Guys, it's fine. And he basically says that's why he was banned in 2020. He's apologizing again. Apparently he wasn't allowed to say anything, but why would he if he didn't have to, you know, right? But hey guys, but trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Guys, he doesn't give a fuck about you. Haters, you're just haters. He's not going anywhere. He's not the same guy that made those mistakes all these years ago. He looks the same. I think he hasn't changed in the time that he's been on the internet. But he's about to take an extended vacation with his family. And he's coming back with a heavy weight off his shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, right, gamers. Has he said anything at all? Has he posted anything on here? Nope. It's been like a week. That man was 37, inappropriately texting or whispering minors at 37 with a family. That's around, hey guys, that's around the same time. Wasn't that around the same time when they said he was cheating on his wife? Something to think about. Hey, but that's where we're gonna end it for the real news. We're gonna move over to chat picks. Do a couple chat picks. There wasn't too many, but yeah, you know, Dr. Piece of Shit is more what it is. Hey guys, am I right? Let's do with this story about Pal World and Nintendo from PC Gamer. This is Harvey Randall, PC Gamer. From the developers of Pal World themselves, they said Nintendo never said anything, never contacted them, never did anything about it. Which is fine when you look at like this Dragon Quest comparison, you know? The monsters are exactly the same. So yeah, the developers literally said, hey, Nintendo never said anything to us, and I guess they won't because they don't need one Nintendo Pokemon doesn't need to, and two, like, this game's kind of in limbo right now. That's cool. I like that. I just really hope they stick with not using fully generative AI stuff. The second story, this is Ryan Dinsdale, IGN, about some leaked Cyberpunk DLC. I don't want to go too into detail on it because again, it is from like a hacking leak that happened to the studio a little bit ago. There's basically going to be some DLC or an expansion with some missions that take place on the moon, which would have been cool, but it was scrapped anyway. Because it was scrapped, I think it's okay to at least mention it. But usually with leak stuff, I don't like to like explicitly say what the leaks were because again, it's fucked up. But I do think it's a cool idea. Put some missions on the moon. But now we have fucking Starfield and everything, so same shit. But that's gonna be it, guys. I think we did a lot, and I think we are basically at time. Again, I was very picky. There was a decent amount of other stuff, but also I need to double check if anything important came out today. because I haven't checked in detail today. Story DLC was scrapped for GTA Online. That makes sense. Cut dialogue. Exo Primal seasonal content ending. That's a shame. This game just came out. This is Jordan Midler, VGC. Previous content will return starting next week for the foreseeable future. Following this, the previous multi-content game will return at the beginning of Season 1, which returns next week. All game modes available to play. So this title update 4 seasonal content is complete. So I don't know if they're doing another season, but we'll see. I don't know how many people are actually playing this game. I haven't seen anyone play it. Elden Ring patch nerfing items. We don't care about that. FC25. That's it. Nothing too crazy. We can double check IGN real fast just to cross-reference. There's no specific gaming category that you can choose from in IGN. It's like Xbox, Nintendo, PC, so I just do all and just sort with my eyes. In other news, if you guys aren't watching Star Wars Acolyte, fucking watch Star Wars Acolyte. It's so good. Acolyte is so good. It's such a good show. They've been adding some extended universe. They're making some extended universe stuff canon now, which is sick. I like that a lot. Not seeing anything very important. This guy got, I saw this story. This guy got put in like 4 months in jail for carrying this like 3-inch Zelda replica like fidget toy. He's literally got sent to jail for that. It's wild. But that's gonna be it for casual gaming news for today, guys. We went over like 2 weeks worth of big stuff, I guess. Luckily, again, last week wasn't that news heavy, but this week and like all the follow-up stories of like the Dr. Creeper and the Shadow of the Erdtree stuff like really packed on. I had 5 pages of notes that I went through. Again, a lot of other stuff happened, a lot of smaller stories that I had to pick and choose, but those were like the most interesting, I guess, to talk about. If you want to participate in the conversation a little bit, check out the links in the chat, YouTube, Twitter, Discord, TikTok. If you're watching the VOD, hey, what was your favorite story? What do you think about what happened this week? Is there anything that I missed that we should have talked about? Drop it in the comments, or come watch live, or go join the Discord, and we have a whole thread where people drop their interesting stories that they want to talk about during gaming news. So do that. But that's gonna be it for this week. Thanks again to everyone that stopped by live, and any of you guys watching on YouTube. Until next time. And then we go. Which one is it? I haven't done this in so long. This one. This is nope. 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 That's the one. Whoa.